Today's lesson is on mean absolute deviation. This is a review skill from 6th grade. We're just going to go ahead and discuss it and make sure you understand it so that when we go ahead and practice it on 2 data sets you're able to do it. So mean absolute deviation, also known as MAD, is another way to describe the variability of a data set is to use the mean absolute deviation, MAD. To find the MAD you have to follow these steps. Number 1, find the mean of the data set. So you're going to find the average of the data set. Number 2, find the distance between the mean and the data values by subtracting the mean from each data point. Number 3, you're then going to go ahead and do the absolute value of each of those values. And then number 4, you're going to find the mean or average of those differences. So let's go ahead and try an example. Example number 1, the table shows the maximum speeds for 8 roller coasters. We're going to go ahead and find the MAD. So the first thing you need to go ahead and do is we need to actually take a calculator and we need to add up all of those to find the total. So when I added them all up, I got 512. And then I need to go ahead and divide it by how many data points I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to divide that by 8. Oops. And I get an answer of 64. So that is my average. I'm then going to go ahead and take that average and I'm going to subtract it by each of the data points. So number 2, subtract the mean from each data point. I'm going to go actually do 64 minus 64 minus 64. I'll write the average or the mean in every single spot. Okay. So the average of each of these, the difference of these, 58 minus 64, we have negative 6. We have 14, negative 24, negative 4, 8, 2, 16, and then our negative 16. Okay. So I found all the differences. Anytime my average is less than the data point, it's a positive answer. Anytime my average is greater than the data point, it's going to be a negative answer. So now after that, I'd go and do is find the absolute value of each of those points. So negative 6 turns into 6, 14 stays 14, negative 24 is 24, negative 4 is 4, 8, 2, 16, 16. And lastly then, I'm going to find the mean of the data in step 3.
Carpool number 298. Carpool number 298.
So when I find the mean, I find out that there's a total there of 90. And again, it is 8 data points. And so it's going to be 90 divided by 8. Gets me an answer of 11.25. So the mean absolute deviation is 11.25. Okay. So now what you have is a spot for you to try as well. Okay. You should be finding the mean of these data points. Find the find the means of the data point. Do not round it. Then find, there we go, find the mean of it. Don't round it. Find the difference of the data points in the mean. Give the absolute value. And then go ahead and find the average of that and you should find your MAD. Okay. Question number 2 has the same idea, except our steps not there for you. And then question number 3 wants you to rewrite the steps. Okay. So go ahead and pause your video and do all of those. Alright, you should have gotten that the mean of the data points, alright, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should have 8. Should have been 57 divided by 8 is equal to 7.125. Okay. Then you're going to take that 7.125, and we're not rounding it, and we're subtracting it by our data points. should get you an answer of your absolute value should be 4.125, 1.125, 0.87, 0.125, and so on. When you add all those differences up, you should get an answer of 17.25 divided by 8, and you should get 2.16 for your rounded MAD. Okay. Number 2, right. We had to take the average of all these, and so the mean of it was 37.7. I did to the nearest 10, and then I went ahead and subtracted my mean from my data points, and you can see up there I got 4.7, 1.7, 4.3, 2.7, 0.7, 2.3, and 3.3. I went ahead and found the absolute value of all of them already. Went ahead then and got the average of a 2.8 would be my average. And then lastly, we have our steps to finding it. Just like I did in problem 2, lots of times you can combine steps 2 and 3. When you find the difference of them, you can already turn it into the absolute value. There's no reason to have a negative number and then turn it into a positive. Just take the absolute value every single time.